Hello everyone, I am Shivani Saluja. Today I will be explaining you one of the most important topic of computer graphics, which is clipping algorithm. When we hear about the term clipping, it is synonymous to the word cropping. Clipping actually defines what we do is we take an input image, define a boundary along the selected part, and we retain only that part of the image which we require and crop out the remaining part. For example, in a class of 60 students which are being seated in 3 columns, what I want is, I want a picture of only those 20 students which are sitting in the middle column. So what I do is, I create a rectangle or a boundary along those 20 students. When I click the image, what I get as an output is the output image of only those 20 students. All those 40 students which were outside that boundary are being cropped out. This is actually the basic example of clipping. Clipping is one of the most important topics in the field of computer graphics. What I'll be including in my presentation is an introduction to what clipping is, several terms which are related to clipping, the various categories of clipping, and finally applications of clipping. Why do we actually require it in case of computer graphics? When we talk about the clipping algorithms, the basic idea I have given is we create a bounding rectangle around the selected area and retain only those part of the area in the output image. For example, in this particular example, what I have done is, I have drawn a figure which composed of a triangle and a rectangle. When this particular input image is taken as, so what we get as output is only those region or only those part which is inside the window, and the rest of the boundary area or rest of the image area is being cropped out. Now, how can we actually define that which part of the area or which part of the image is to be retained and which part of the image is to be cropped out? So what we do is, we have defined a vert coordinate area which starts at a particular x value and ends at a particular maximum x value. Similarly, we have taken a y-axis which starts at y minimum and ends at y max. Only those regions or those coordinate points are being retained whose value lies between x minimum, x max and y minimum and y max. There are basically 2 terms related to clipping. One is your windowing and another one is clipping. When you talk about the term that is windowing, I've been repeating this word window because it is the basic component of your clipping algorithm. Window is simply a bounding rectangle that is being created along the input image. So windowing is the phenomenon of creating a boundary along the input image. When you create a boundary, you get the output only those part which was inside that particular boundary. So what you are actually going to do is, we are going to display only this particular region. When this output is to be displayed, it has to be displayed at a particular place. That particular place is referred to as your viewport. So viewport is actually the place where the output image is being displayed. Now what viewport can be? A viewport can be the screen of your camera, it can be the screen of your phone, it can be the projector screen, or it can be the part of your projector screen. So that is what viewport is. So there were the 4 basic terms: window, viewport, windowing and clipping. Clipping is simply eliminating those part of the image which is outside the bounding rectangle. I have defined the window with a word coordinate system that has x value and y value. Next we come to is the categories of clipping. We are talking about clipping in case of computer graphics. When we talk about computer graphics, the basic component of computer graphics is an image. When we talk about image, an image is composed of a smaller number of or small pixel values which are referred to as your picture element. So a graphics is related to an image, and an image is a composition of multiple values which are referred to as your pixel. Now when you define a pixel, it is synonymous to the word point. So an image is composed of multiple points. So thereby the basic type of clipping which I have categorized is your point clipping. Next to point clipping, what we'll do is, we'll combine multiple points and form a line. So that defines the next category of clipping, that is line clipping. Next, we'll combine multiple lines, we'll combine multiple points and we'll define a polygon. So the third category of clipping is your polygon clipping, and the last category is your text clipping. What we generally do is, we imbibe or embed multiple text in our image. So what we do is, we have, for example, I have defined in this example, there was an image which compose of a text named as graph. Now only those part or that part of the text is being retained which was inside the window, that is APH, and the GR part was being cropped out. This is basically the example of your text clipping. Hereby there were 2 points P1 and P2. Only P1 point was retained because it was inside the window boundary. Second is your line clipping. There was an entire line P1, P2, but we could not retain the entire line P1, P2 because the part P2X was outside your bounding rectangle. So only XP1 was being retained and XP2 was being cropped out. Similarly, third type of clipping was your polygon clipping. For example, you have a polygon named as ABCD with the intersection points as X and X dash. What we see is only X, X dash, C and B. This particular area is inside the window boundary, so you will get only the output as X, B, C and X dash. The region A, X, X dash and D would be cropped out. So these were the 4 basic types of clipping, that were point, line, polygon and text. We will discuss one by one every type of clipping. Let's start with the first clipping algorithm, that is your point clipping. Now what I have defined is an image as a composition of pixels and a pixel as a point, and a point as a combination of 2 values, that is your X and Y. So when we talk about the first type of clipping, that is your point clipping, we say that a particular point P which has a coordinate value X, Y will not be clipped if it lies within the bounding rectangle. Now let us define the bounding rectangle. When you define the rectangle, you say the window has an X minimum value. Similarly, it has got a X max value. Similarly, the window has got a Y minimum value and a Y max value. So if the value of X is greater than equal to the X minimum and less than equal to X max, similarly greater than the Y minimum value and less than the Y maximum value, that particular point will be retained, and if it do not satisfy even one of the inequalities, that particular point will be cropped out. For example, if your window starts at 20, ends at 40. Similarly for Y, it starts at 20 and ends at, for example, 40. If we take a point P1 which has got coordinate values 30, 30 and another point P2 which has got coordinate values 10, 30. Let's check whether it satisfies the above inequalities or not. For the point P1 30, 30, the X value lies between 20, 40. Both the inequalities are satisfied. Similarly, the Y values lies between 20 and 40. Since all the 4 inequalities are satisfied, this particular point will be retained. Now let's check for the point P2. For the point P2, the value of X is 10. When you check this particular condition, this single inequality is not satisfied. That's why the point P2 will be clipped out and P1 would be retained. This is the basic concept of your point clipping. If we get an idea of point clipping, then only we can proceed to line clipping and polygon clipping. Next type of clipping is your line clipping. The next category of clipping is a line clipping. A line can be defined a composition of multiple pixels or multiple points. So line clipping itself determines its name, that clipping out those parts of the line which is outside the window and retaining those parts of the line which is inside the window. Now we have categorized the line clipping algorithms into 2 parts. One of the algorithm was given by 2 scientists, that were Cohen and Sutherland. So they named the algorithm as Cohen-Sutherland algorithm. And the another category of algorithm is your Liang-Barsky line clipping algorithm. I'll be discussing first the Cohen-Sutherland algorithm, which is the most famous algorithm that is being used in the field of computer graphics for line clipping. Now what we have got an idea is a point is retained if it is within the window. When you say the point is within the window, that means it is neither to the left nor to the right, neither above the window nor below the window, right? So Cohen algorithm, Cohen-Sutherland have used the same concept, that in order to define a line clipping algorithm, what we'll do is we'll define each and every point P1, P2, P3, P4 by a code which says A, B, R and L. Only those points would be retained which are neither above nor below, neither right and nor to the left. Now the problem arises is how we'll categorize whether a point lies to above, below, right or left of the window. Now in order to define where your point actually lies, what we'll do is we'll provide a 4-bit coding scheme, and the 4-bit coding scheme would be defined based on the position of the point along the window. Let's see how we actually define it. For example, this is your window. A point which lies inside this is neither above the window nor below the window, neither to the right and nor to the left. The point which lies in this region is neither above the window nor below the window. It is to the right of the window, but it is not to the left of the window. Similarly, if you define over here, the point is above the window, neither to the not to the bottom of the window, neither to the left and neither to the right. Whenever a condition is satisfied, we'll set that particular bit to 1, otherwise we'll set particular bit to 0. Similarly, if you go over here, the point is above the window, not below the window, it is right of the window, but it is not left of the window. In this way, what we can define is, we can define the 9 region codes. Let's do it. It's above the window, it's not below, it's not right, but it's to the left. It's above, below, right, left, above, below, right, left, above, below, right, left. Similarly, it's above, below, right and left. So what I have done is, I have divided the entire coordinate area into 9 region codes, and based on this concept, I will start my line clipping algorithm. Now one thing more, when you have set this particular right bit to the 1, what I have checked is, if this particular point P has got coordinate values x and y. Now this was your x max. So the above bit is set to 1 when the value of x would lie to the right of this. That means the value of x would be greater than x max. Sorry, the right bit. Similarly, the left bit would be set to 1 if x is less than wx minimum. The above bit will be set to 1 when it is above to the window. The y is greater than wy max, and similarly the b bit will be set to 1 if y is less than wy minimum. So we'll use this basic coding scheme, and then we'll start with the Cohen-Sutherland algorithm. The thing we need to remember is the points inside the window would be retained, and the points on the boundary of the window will also be considered as the points inside the window. Now what the algorithm says is, for example, you have a point P1 over here and you have a point P2 over here. If I evaluate the code of P1, now you can see is P1 and P2, it's within the window, so it will be entirely accepted. So let's first categorize the visibility cases before proceeding to the algorithm. There are 3 basic visibility cases. Either your line would be completely visible, completely invisible, or it will be partially visible and partially invisible. A line which is inside the window completely visible, outside the window invisible. Now for this line, only the part of the line which is inside the window would be retained, and the rest part of the line would be cropped out. So let's start one by one the 3 of the cases, and then we'll go with the algorithm. Now if you see this line P1 and P2, we know this particular line is completely visible. For the line P1, P2, if I evaluate the region codes, for P1, the code would be, since it lies within this particular block, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now if you evaluate the code for P2, it will be again 0, 0, 0 and 0. Now if I do the logical AND of these particular codes, what I get as an output is 0, 0, 0 and 0. So the first step of algorithm says if both the region codes are 0 or both the endpoint codes are 0 and the output is also 0, the line will be completely visible. Let's take the second case. If this is your line P3 and P4, the region code for P3 is 0001 and the region code for P4 is 0101. Now if you do logical AND again, what you get as an output is 0, 0, 0 and 1. So what it says is if the region codes have 1 at the same bit position, or we can say it if both the region codes are non-zero and the output or the logical AND is again non-zero, the line will be completely invisible. We can see P3, P4 lies entirely outside the window, so it will be completely rejected. Now let's check the third case. If we have a line of this category P5 and P6, the region code for P5 is 0000. The region code for P6 is 0010. When you take the logical AND, it gives you an output of 0000. So here what we see is if one of the region codes is non-zero or any of the region code is non-zero or 0 but the output is again 0, this is the third category of your visibility case, that is the line will be partially accepted and partially rejected. So if both the region codes are 0, output 0, the line will be completely visible. If the output or the logical AND is non-zero, the line will be completely invisible. If the logical AND is 0 but one of the region code is non-zero, the line will be partially visible. So it cannot be trivially accepted and neither trivially rejected. Let's check this example. Let's take an example and then we'll understand what clipping Cohen-Sutherland, how it actually works. What we'll get in question is, we'll be given the coordinates of the window and the coordinates of the line. On that particular basis, we need to define whether our line will be completely visible or completely invisible. If you are given this window which starts at 2020, which has the lower left corner at 2020 and the upper right corner at 100, 100. If this is 2020, this will be 100, 20. And similarly, this will be your 20, 100. So in the question we are given a bounding rectangle with the lower left corner and the upper right corner. Now let's check the cases one by one. For example, you are given a line AB where A has got the coordinates 30, 50 and B has got the coordinates 80, 60. Similarly, you are given a line again which is CD where D has got the coordinates 50, 10 and similarly we have the coordinates of D as 40 and it lies over here, so 60, 40. Third, we'll take the case of invisibility, E and F. E has got coordinate values of 10, 80 and similarly F has got coordinate values of, it starts at 20, so we can take it as 30 and we have 5. Let's take one by one all the three cases. The first one is your AB. When you talk about AB, 30 lies between 20 and 100 and 50 again lies between 20 and 100. So it's a visible point. The region code of A is, it is within the window, 0000 and the region code of B is again 0000. If you perform logical AND, you get an output as 00 and 00. So this particular line is completely visible. Next category of line is your EF line. When you talk about EF, E is neither to the above nor below, not to the right but to the left. Similarly, the region code of F is above, below, right and left. When you perform logical AND, we get non-zero output, the line is completely invisible. When we talk about the completely visible case, when it is completely visible, both the endpoints would be retained. So the output image will have the coordinate values at 30, 50 and 80, 60. In this, both will be deleted out, so we will not retain any of the point. The problem occurs when we have an intersection or we have a partially visible line. In that case, what we need to identify is the partially visible line is cutting which of the boundaries, left, right, top or bottom. If you see this particular case, C and D, the region code of C is above, below, right, left, and the region code of D is 0, 0, 0 and 0. The codes were non-zero, but still the output was 0. Now we will check is which particular boundary is being intersected by this partially visible line. So when you check this particular cases, the 1 bit position is set at B value. This identifies, or this helps you to check out that this particular line is crossing the boundary of the below boundary. So what we can do is, when you talk about the below boundary, it is crossing this particular case. So you can set the value of y would remain same along this line. So we can identify that the value of y is 20. What you just need to identify is the value of x. We need the coordinate values because when we'll do clipping, with the help of coordinate values only we can define the output of the image. Now the problem is how we'll identify this particular question mark value. So what we'll do is, if I talk about the line CD and if I talk about a line or the part of the line CD, that is your X and C line. When you talk about CD, the slope of line is M. Similarly, the line XC would also have the same slope M. So M is your y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. What is unknown is, suppose this is x1 y1 and this is your x2 y2. What you need to identify is xy position value. So the slope of the line xc would be equal to x minus x1 upon y minus y1. Since you know the value, this particular line is crossing the below boundary, so the value of y would be equal to your y minimum. So the formula turns out to be x minus x1 would be equal to m into wy minimum minus y1, and x would be equal to x1 plus m of wy minimum minus y1. All the values are known, only single value is unknown, that is your x value. So you can evaluate it with the help of this. Let's do it. The value of x1 was 50. The value of slope would be equal to 40 minus 10 upon 60 minus 50. The value of y minimum was 20 and the value of y1 was, again, it was 10. So when we solve this particular question, what we get is 50 plus 3, and so what you get as the answer is 53. The y value was already unknown, y minimum, which was equal to 20. We have evaluated the x value, which is 53. So what we get as an output is 53, 20. Here we can see this particular point x lies between 50 and 60 and the y value is same, that is 20. So these were the basically 3 categories of clipping which are included in your Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm. If we talk about the applications of clipping, the basic application is, when you talk about a 3D image, what we can view is the front face or the visible face of the image. The other face which is hidden, which lies at the farther end, you're not able to identify that particular face. So what we need to do is, we need to clip out that region, and there is where the clipping algorithm comes into part. So this is what clipping algorithm, that was Cohen-Sutherland was. Thank you.